All right. Well, this presentation, guys. Thursday night presentation, Friday last week. So feels weird. Feels like it's still the week. I'm losing track of time. Exciting. Another presentation for you guys. We're going to fly through this one tonight. We're going to push through this one pretty quickly. Again, last one was a little more elaborate. We elaborated on a few more things, but tonight we're going to push through it. Start off with introduction. Obviously, as you know, what Sound Money Secrets, that's the backbone of what we do. We're building communities to system powered by precious metals. That's me on the left. Okay, and that's Ryan and Nat, his partner, on the right hand side. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background. So I coached for 10 years, still kind of really coaching people, how I kind of look at it. Still educating, still helping people coach physically in the gym for 10 years. And that was in Perth, and I moved back to New Zealand now. And I'll be back in Australia soon, but this vehicle has allowed me to kind of live location free, so I can kind of move around and jump around, which is exciting. This type of business allows us to do that. It's a great vehicle that allows us to kind of work towards our visions, our bigger visions and our dreams. So dream big, as I say, and take action. But I'm going to pass it over to Ryan, and he's going to share a little bit about his story, background, and how he kind of got started with 7K, and then we're going to kick off for tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Cole. So I'm a school teacher by trade, I guess, or by craft, or however you want to put it. So I'm a high school teacher, and I guess I got started in 7K nearly 2 years ago now, just under a couple of months before the 2-year anniversary. And I got started basically because I trusted Cole. I knew nothing about gold and silver whatsoever. I knew nothing about precious metals, but I knew I needed to do something. I knew I was ready for, I guess, something different. And because I trusted Cole, I pretty much jumped in, and I've learned along the way. And now I can, I guess, comfortably say I know a fair bit about gold and silver. I know a fair bit about, I guess, the monetary system, and I truly am grateful that I took action and jumped in. And probably if it wasn't for this business, we would have been in a lot of trouble when everything hit the fan, especially this year, and all the mandates came in and whatnot, and people losing their jobs left, right, and center. So truly am grateful for that. So pretty much, I'm grateful for Cole for bringing this incredible opportunity to me. So that's a little bit about me and how we got started. But if you're like me and you knew nothing about gold and silver other than, maybe the pharaohs were buried with it, or, rich people, it's rich people's money, blah, 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 then I want to just quickly go over to here. So this is top assets by market cap. All right, so this is where all the wealth in the world is. This is where everyone's putting their money. Big corporations, big wealthy families, countries, etc., etc. And you can see here, gold is the #1 asset by a long, long way. So $11 trillion is gold. Apple at number 2 and 2.2 trillion. It's nearly $9 trillion difference where in terms of market cap. So you can see gold is #1 by a long, long way. And if we just scroll down, we've got Apple, oil, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and then at 7th spots, we have silver. So silver is the 7th asset in the world by market cap. Gold is the #1, and these are the types of assets that we're dealing with, and that we're going to show how you can, I guess, deal with them, and I guess benefit from them, like we can see a lot of people in the world are doing.
Yeah, totally. We're going to show you how to hang out where the wealth is.
Exactly.
And you don't have
to be wealthy. That's the exciting part. It's the secret.
Yeah, totally. All right, guys, let's kick off. So first and foremost, we're going to share a little bit about some of the problems that are going on in the world. And, it's felt globally. And I have a lot of conversations about this. I post a lot about it. I educate a lot about it because I feel that people don't really understand what it is or how it works or how it's really affecting people and why people continue to struggle, which we'll show you on the next slide. But basically the problem is inflation. You know, inflation, you add in you know, interest rates climbing as well. You know, people are really struggling. The average family is suffering. They're struggling to get ahead purely because wages aren't going up. I saw it. I was digging into some stats the other day. I actually done a post on it. Basically, the inflation rate, and Ryan corrected me. He was like, "No, it's not that. It's like quadruple that." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, you're right."
Well, they take out the three biggest ones.
Yeah, correct. So really, from what the stats say on Google, in New Zealand, inflation's gone up 7%, and you know, if you do the maths really on what the average person gets when it comes down to a wage increase in that same time period, across a year or annually, it's around 3%. So you're never going to catch up. Okay, if you don't add additional streams of income or learn more ways of creating more streams of income, you're really going to continue to struggle. So we're going to just watch this short video. It's going to share a little bit about what inflation is and how it's affecting our economies today. And if you guys have felt the effects of inflation, just pop that in the chat area, and we'll come back after this video.
Yeah, just drop a 1 in the chat section if you have.
Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? It's not just you. Millions of families around the world are feeling the exact same thing. In fact, as of 2017, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense if it popped up. So what's happening? Take a look at some of the major staples in our lives today and how much more they have increased in cost from the year 2000 to 2018. Water and sewage up 133%, car insurance up 97%, and the list goes on. This isn't even counting the 2021 inflation numbers that are the highest since 1982. We're all feeling it, but why is it happening? It's not that things are necessarily costing more to make or service, it's that the fiat currency used to buy the goods is becoming worth less. As you can see, when the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, a dollar was worth, well, a dollar. Because of some government decisions such as going off of the gold standard and increased money printing, the purchasing power over time was dropped to less than 5 cents on the dollar compared to 1913. Now, this isn't anything new, unfortunately. There's a long list of countries where this exact same thing has happened, including Germany, Argentina, Zimbabwe, and most recently Venezuela. In each case, they have attempted to print themselves out of their version of a financial crisis. The playbook is being passed around the world, and the result is always the same. If you look at the M1 currency supply chart, it will give you a good indication of what result we could be headed for in the United States. The M1 currency supply is just a way of showing how much printed money is in the hands of the citizens in a country. It is a direct link to the printing of fiat currency. As you can see, the US made a drastic decision related to the COVID-19 pandemic in the year 2020 and decided to go on an even more massive printing spree. As we have seen throughout history, more printing leads to more inflation, which means it takes more fiat currency to purchase the things that we need to live. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from what seems to be a runaway train?
I think what stands out to me the most in that video today is they're talking about the money printing. And I just received a payment from the government, or an extra payment. I didn't know it was coming. It was like $347, and on the thing it says cost of living. So obviously it's to help deal with the cost of living. Then I checked the pay slip, and they had taxed me like 50%. So they taxed me like $307. I was like, well, hold up. How is taxing me half of that money helping me with cost of living? And it's got nothing to do with helping with the cost of living. It's the one to make them look like they're doing something, but it's just so they can print more money.
That's right.
This money, because it's just digital now. You know, they print this money, then they hand it to you, but they take half of it already, which is now going to cause more inflation.
What really blows my mind is people don't actually understand what fiat actually means. So
Yeah.
fiat is a Latin word, and basically what it means is it's a currency that's created by government and it's pushed by, I guess, force. So
Yeah.
in other words, they have full control of how it operates, how much is printed, how much comes into, I guess, comes into circulation. So, when you understand the meaning behind a lot of these words, like a lot of people don't actually know what mortgage means, death pledge. There's a lot of these things that people, a lot of these words are Latin. And if you look them up on Google, guys, you start to understand, okay, it
Yeah.
makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense why people continue to struggle. And we're going to talk about that on the next slide.
Yeah, I shared a quote earlier this week. It was about inflation. Basically, inflation is a quiet but effective way for the government to transfer resources from the people to itself without having to raise taxes. So it's basically just their way of silently stealing your money. And that is literally why inflation helps, I guess, during times of inflation, wealthy people end up richer and poorer people, the masses, end up poorer.
I wish I had one of those sound horns so I could be like, it's on. It is perfect. That is perfect.
And the
I
reason we
guess
don't know that though is because of this.
Yeah, so I guess it takes us on to this, like, why do people continue to struggle? And like I spoke about earlier, people will continue to struggle because they don't understand actually what's happening. They don't understand about inflation. They don't understand like why interest rates continue to increase, and they don't have any self-discipline. They overconsume. They don't understand the difference between assets and liabilities, and they continue to spend, no matter their, their situation, no matter what's happening in the economy. They just choose to turn a blind eye to what's going on. And what tends to happen is they lack the information and the knowledge to make the right choices to then, prepare themselves for the future. And, we encourage you guys, if you haven't looked up a guy called Robert Kiyosaki, he's really the backbone and the framework to a lot of the education that we spread out into our communities. So yeah, get into that, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's an amazing resource. And he regularly puts out amazing tweets. I'm just like, this guy is unreal. Like, I'm just like, I'm stealing this. I'm putting this on my page, man.
He says it how it is. He says it how it is. He helps educate the masses. It's the first book I ever read, and it changed my life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't read it, highly recommend. And like you were saying before, people end up, consume. But even if they don't consume, let's say they save, they save in dollars, which we've just shown continually decreases over time. And if it still can't quite picture or work it out, just think back to when you were a kid or when your kids were kids and you'd give them $1 to go to the shop. You try and give kids $1 to go to shop now, and Evie's going, "Oh, don't worry about it. I won't go." There's no point.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, watch this quick video, and then we'll come back and summarize.
Most people miss the difference between assets and liabilities. Most people spend their lives focused on and dreaming about stacking liabilities: houses, cars, boats, vacation homes. The stuff you make payments on every month just to rent or own. Most people dream about those kinds of things, but it's a vicious cycle that leaves people empty and desperate. Know that assets have greater power by far. Our people focus their time and money on stacking assets, collectibles, precious metals, art, cash-flowing real estate, and businesses. And with them, they build legacies. Our people dream about owning their liabilities with little to no risk, backed up by assets that they know and trust. Our people have no misconceptions. They know they're on the path of least resistance to financial freedom, peace of mind, and the knowledge that tomorrow's reward will be worth today's sacrifice.
So just to summarize that last piece of advice really sums it up. It really sums it up. So like when they say like today's like sacrificing some stuff today, you know, for the future, I guess, is really what's actually happening, and what they're saying to really, like, I guess, dumb it down and simplify it, is what is actually happening is people are going out and spending more and more and more and more, like we're saying, and they're spending it on the wrong things. They're not choosing assets. They're not choosing things that are going to acquire more wealth over time. They're choosing things that are going to lose value, that are going to lose purchasing power, and they're going to end up in a position where they have nothing, and they're not happy.
And they're
So
gonna work
it's
harder
crazy.
and harder and longer and spend less time away from the families.
Correct. Modern day slavery,
Yeah,
basically.
slavery's not been abolished, that's for sure.
Mo-
All right, so there, I guess they're the problems, and we're not going to say, well, they're the problems. Good luck, all the best on your way. We do have a solution that is helping people, I guess, combat or deal with what we're facing at the moment. And this solution has been used for thousands of years, to be honest. Gold and silver has always been used, especially been used by the wealthy since basically the beginning of time. But what we've got here is an amazing membership that not only offers education. So if you were like me and you didn't know a single thing when I started, we've got incredible education. And that education comes from not only the company, but it also comes from the incredible community that we have. All right. You also get discounts, you get exclusive access to rare assets, and also allows you to automate that process of becoming wealthy. We understand that life is busy because, you know, it has to be these days just to survive. Life gets in the way where, you know, we've got things that happen instantly, but because we've got things that happen instantly, we're expecting to just do things instantly. So life does get busy. So if you don't build the habits, it can be, I guess, difficult, or you could forget. And this allows that process to be incredibly easy by automating it. So I'm going to quickly show this video, and then we'll elaborate on it afterwards.
There is a secret that government institutions, banks, and wealthy families have used for ages. It's called sound money. Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver have proven to maintain its buying power throughout history, no matter what happens to fiat currencies around the world. Let's take a look at some examples. In 1965, 1 ounce of silver and $1 had equal purchasing power. You could have used either 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 to purchase a brand new Ford Mustang. If you would have had the same 2,500 ounces of silver in 2020, you could have purchased 2 brand new Mustangs. But $2,500 could barely even cover the down payment to get one. The same is proven true in the housing market. The average home cost in 2001 was $169,000, or 626 ounces of gold. In 2021, you could have taken less gold and purchased 3 homes, even though the average home cost in dollars almost doubled. The list goes on and shows how gold and silver is one of the best ways to play defense against fiat currencies that always decrease in value over time. There are usually a couple things that happen though when individuals find out about the value of sound money. First, questions. What should I buy? Who should I trust? How much does it take to get started? And do I need to be an expert to win? The second thing that happens is a discovery of things like mixed advice on what to buy, scammers, high minimums, and people selling inventory they don't actually have, and much, much more, which all cause more questions and a general mistrust, leading them to never ever get started. Maybe this sounds familiar, but we believe things just shouldn't be that hard. We believe that every family deserves a real chance to get ahead of the game, not only now, but forever. Really, our goal is to help you get started on a path that will help you create a true legacy for generations to come. So who are we? We are 7K, a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through both good and bad economic times.
I think what stands out for me the most with that clip is when in 1965, $1 equaled 1 ounce of silver. So 1 Mustang equaled you know, $2,500 or 2,500 ounces of silver. Fast forward 50 odd years, and $2,500 is going to get you maybe one tire on one Mustang, and the silver has been able to buy you 2 Mustangs. And then same with the gold. You know, you could buy one house at 169. Fast forward, you can buy 3 houses, and the value of the house was doubled. So I can see now why, you know, gold's the #1 asset in the world, silver's the #7 asset in the world, because people are, I guess, storing their wealth in gold and silver, and they're not leaving it in cash, because that's just a prime example of losing straight away, isn't it?
That really showcases, that video really showcases the power of, I guess, really what the purchasing power is of gold and silver. But also, a lot of people really struggle with the trust factor. So let's take this scenario. Fiat currency lasts around 50 years. It's got a 50-year life cycle. When you look at the gold and silver market, gold and silver's been around for around about 7,000 years. So you do the maths.
Yeah, it's
There's the trust factor.
Every financial reset, every crash, every dynasty, everything. Every dynasty ended up failing due to them, you know, cutting their gold or their silver coins.
Where's the sound? You know, where's the sound horn, Ryan? I need the sound horn. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, totally. So, you know, the trust is there. Look, I mean, the use case is there. You know, where I put a post out the other week about the use cases of silver. You know, it's there. It's industrial use case is there. It's in demand.
Everything
and there are shortages.
Or is heading towards has silver in it.
Correct.
So, yeah. You do the maths, becomes basic supply and demand once it starts running out. What happens once the demand is bigger than the supply? The price skyrockets.
Correct.
There is.
All right, so by the way, we're 7K Metals. We have a membership that allows you to easily automate and preserve your wealth. So we're going to go over some of the membership benefits. In the next slide, there'll be about 10 of them, but we could easily talk about probably 15, 20 different membership benefits that you get just from the membership alone.
All right, so I'm going to touch on a couple. First one I want to talk about is the coin drops, because I actually got a coin drop. I got on the coin drop 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And I actually got something. I'm very picky about certain things that I want on these coin drops, and I won't just buy. I won't just grab anything. There was
not
one
like
on there that I
not like some
yeah. You know, some people just grab everything. I'm very picky on what I want to grab. So I did get something on this coin drop, but what I also did was I reached out to our immediate team, and I wanted to ask them and find out how much we had actually, or how much sales we had made just off one coin drop. Now, these coin drops, that's part of the membership. These coin drops can quite often sell out inside of a 5-minute period. So there's a lot of demand. There's people on there waiting for these coins to drop in their back office on their personal website to purchase these specific coins. And we won't go over how the coin drops work, but I wanted to bring up actually how much sales that actually went through. Just through our immediate team was over $2,000 worth of sales. And that was that was in 1 day. That's just in 1 day. So
30 minutes. Not 1 day.
30 minutes.
30
that
minutes.
was in 30 minutes. So, you know, the biggest question I have with people is like, what other company, what other type of, I guess, product line are you going to find where you sell that much product in that short a time? You're not going to find that in pills or potions or lotions or skin creams or anything like that. These are real assets. They have real value. Okay, so number one for me would be the rare and limited coin drops, and then the second one would be residual income, because it's taken me to where I am so far, and I just look forward to what's to come in the future, and to help more people create residual income. It's super exciting.
Yeah, totally. I think for me, the access to Sound Money Wallet, everyone knows, if you've been on these calls, you know how much I love the Sound Money Wallet, but I really like that for the fact that anyone, no matter how wealthy you are or how poor you might consider yourself, anyone can purchase gold and silver because of the Sound Money Wallet. All right, so it doesn't matter if you've only got $5 a week to invest in gold and silver. $5 a week buying gold or silver is, over a long period of time, is going to be 1,000 times better than leaving it in cash and hoping that that goes up in value, because more than likely we'll never do that. So the Sound Money Wallet allows anyone to, and the technology itself is incredible. When you have the biggest gold and silver dealer in the world try and copy it and then fail within 45 days and then try and buy it off you and get rejected, it shows how powerful that is. Big fish don't go after things that they think's rubbish or they think's got no value. So for me, Sound Money Wallet, and I love them all. And again, it's not on there, but it has to be the community. So the training that you get from just the community alone, from people sharing experiences, sharing knowledge, sharing just anything and everything, and being able to talk and interact with people, ask people questions, get feedback. I feel, especially in Western culture, we're lacking a lot of that community, that connection. It seems we've been programmed, or we've shifted away from community and families to more every person for themselves. Let's all try and make it on our own, blah, blah, and no one ever makes it on their own. So for me, it's definitely community. So it's not on there, but like we said earlier, there's so many amazing benefits from this membership alone. So that'll definitely be my two favorite at the moment. All right, so Sound Money Wallet, already talked about that. I'm just going to show this video so you can see it in action and you'll be able to see how powerful it is.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're curious about gold and silver and have a few questions, like, why should I buy precious metals? What metals should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy them from? How do I know I'm getting a good deal? And how can I afford more? Well, you're not alone. Most people have these questions, and over the next few minutes, we'll give you an easy solution. Most people would say, I had a feeling it was important and a good idea to own precious metals, but really didn't understand why. So I didn't do anything. This lack of understanding has cost people a lot of money. And quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. We have watched far too many people struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Owning gold and silver can help shield you long-term against all these challenges. When we started 7K, it became a mission to help the average person get ahead by adding precious metals to their portfolio, no matter their knowledge or circumstances. We have already changed the precious metals industry by offering some of the best pricing without any minimums or maximums, period. We are now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone will be able to start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if it's a significant amount or even just $1. The new technology provided by a partner company, Sound Money, will allow you to convert your cash to gold or silver instantly. There are no shipping wait times. There's no worry about where you're going to store it, and you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want us to send you the metal, it will be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Transferring cash, gold, or silver to other members is simple, and there's no spread costs. Let's say you wanted to send 1 ounce of silver to a friend. It's just like you would have taken it out of your safe at home and sent it to them in the mail, except it's instant, and you don't have to worry about postage, and it's much less expensive than shipping. Your friend will see the 1 ounce of silver reflected in their Sound Money wallet, and it all takes less than a minute. Being able to transfer metal instantly to someone else has never been done, and it's truly game-changing. So, you may be asking yourself, If they're willing to send me the metal from my Sound Money Wallet silver account, does that mean they have it on hand somewhere? Yep. Every time you make a transfer from cash, gold, or silver in the Sound Money Wallet, we carefully put that amount of gold or silver in a non-segregated Sound Money private vaulting space. When you request the metal be shipped to you, we simply take the metal you requested from the non-segregated vault space and send it to your front door. Between third-party auditing and Sound Money policy, we have to have an equal amount of physical silver or gold to meet the transaction rate in the Sound Money Wallet. So, what about the security of the Sound Money private vault? Your metal will be sitting behind 4 layers of some of the most technologically advanced security possible. Now, one of the biggest questions we've found while helping people understand the real power of owning gold and silver is, what do I do if I need cash? The old way is that you would need to take it to a local dealer who would most likely give you several reasons why he can't give you what the metal is actually worth. Or you would need to contact an online buyer who typically has a $1,000 minimum. They would tell you a price over the phone only to be much lower after it finally arrives at their facility and they inspect it 4 to 6 weeks later. Not to mention the shipping that you paid. The traditional buyback program at 7K is much simpler and much more friendly than any other way. Now with the Sound Money Wallet, it is hands down the best way to convert your metals back to cash if you get in a pinch. With one of the best buyback prices in the industry, no gimmicks, no minimums, and nominal transaction fees, you can instantly convert your gold or silver back to cash. No headaches, no hassle, just easy. So, whether you're a savvy investor who knows the power of gold or silver and the advantages of a private vault, or you're trading your first dollar for gold or silver, Sound Money will make it convenient and easy. You can finally be confident that the control is back in your hands from start to finish.
The Sound Money Wallet is literally hands down with the membership alone, let alone all the other things we've talked about and going to continue talking about. It truly is remarkable. Like it says, it allows anyone to be able to purchase gold and silver. It's no longer now just the game of the wealthy, it's the game of the masses. And it truly is remarkable.
Yeah, I just love the whole idea of the Sound Money Wallet. Like the other day, I think I went and got $250 worth of silver and $250 worth of gold. And then I bought a numismatic coin, and then I bought another coin, and I was like, I gotta stop. I was just getting too excited. I was getting carried away. I was consuming. But it's
good
just
consuming. Good consuming.
the thing is, it's just so effortless. It's just so simple and straightforward. Once it's set up, it's just like it's done so easily. It's just you can do it in 10 seconds. I mean, you could probably get Evie to do it, right? You taught her how to do it.
Easily.
Yeah.
I bought $1 worth of gold. I bought $8 worth of gold. Bought $50 worth of gold. I've sent, physical silver to people in New Zealand, and I'm in Perth. You've sent me money so I can get a coin from the coin drop instantly for free, and you're in New Zealand, I'm in Perth. Like, it truly is remarkable, and they do deliver it. So here's a 1 ounce silver eagle from the Sound Money Wallet. It's real, it's physical. They arrive at your door. No questions asked. Super simple, super easy.
All right.
Why it's your favorite?
Look, I mean, we've talked defensive strategy. The Sound Money Wallet's great. It's a great way to, I guess, hedge against inflation. It's a great way to. It's super simple, easy to use, really transparent. But we know that for every defensive strategy, we need to have some sort of offensive plan or strategy moving forward. And a lot of people don't understand, when it comes to gold and silver, I've had so many people come to me and say, "Oh, look, I've got some gold and silver," and I'm like, "Well, what have you got?" And they say quite often, "I've got bullion." And I say, "Well, what type of bullion you got. So, and they don't know, they don't have any understanding of the different types of bullion and how you can diversify inside that asset class alone. And, you know, people aren't knowledgeable about what we're about to talk about. Is the big question is, why collectibles? Why would you go for the collectible space as an offensive strategy to add into your wealth portfolio? Well, basically 7K unlocks the secret of the wealthy, and only really the wealthy know these memberships unlock beautiful and valuable pieces of rare artwork. Some of them I've accumulated, quite a lot of them I've accumulated over the past 2 years. And, you know, some of the equity in the coins are just incredible. I had never seen anything like it before in my time in the online space. So what we're going to do is play this video. And then as we do play this video, we want you guys to just kind of keep your eyes peeled, because there's going to be some cool coins roll across the screen. And as they do, just put in the chat section what you feel is the coin that you like the most, that you would want to purchase, or maybe that you have already in your portfolio.
The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2? Sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra $1 million or $2 million laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the Autosaver. The Autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Latin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future.
There's one thing that I wanted to touch on with this video as well, is a lot of people ask me, they either have one or the other. Generally speaking, they have bullion. So that they have bullion, they've dipped their toes in the water, but they don't have an understanding of how to, I guess, penetrate the collectible marketplace. And we're not saying just stack collectibles. We're saying that there's no how you want a well-rounded strategy. You want to have both. You want to be diversified, because there's power in the collectible space. And as it was mentioned, and I know that what Ryan's going to mention right now, and I'm going to pass it back over.
Yeah, definitely. Like we saw the coins that they were sharing, a lot had gone up in value. We've got the two here on the side, how much someone's paid, like, you know, nearly 400, nearly 500, and what the market's selling it for and the equity in there. But also it touched on what the top 5 things that the wealthy did to help grow and preserve and protect their wealth in the 2008 financial crisis, which wasn't that long ago. And what I guess I believe is on its way is could possibly potentially be a lot worse than 2008. But if we look here, it's fine art, rare coins, gold, usable precious metals. So 4 out of the 5 is all offered in this membership alone. You know, we've got the fine art aspect, we've got the rare coins, we've got the gold, we've got the usable precious metals. And I want to actually, I found an amazing article this week that I want to share, just so you know, this has got nothing to do with what we're sharing. This is completely something else. But if you look here, so a couple who found, this is October the 11th, so it was literally the other day, so it's not a very old one. A couple who found old gold coins under their kitchen floor are $1.3 million richer. So sold for £754,000 at an auction. So you can see it all here. All right, so basically they found in a small can or small urn 260 ancient coins. So you can see that just here, 260 ancient coins underneath while they're digging up their floor. So they're digging up their floor. They found this shiny thing, and they're coins that dated back to 1610 and 1727. So imagine if you're digging up your floor and you find a little small jar full of cash. It's definitely not going to be valued at that much. But what was I found interesting as well is that if they sold it just off what it was valued at, so they actually discovered in 2019, but they only just recently sold it. But if they sold the price valued at what the coins represent, so maybe the gold content, it'd be $100,000 in today's currency. But because of its collectors, because of the collectors' side of it, that collectors had to pay a premium. And it was originally valued at £200,000 and £250,000. So this would probably be what, like nearly £70,000. So £200,000 to £250,000. But because the media got wind of it, hyped it up a bit more people knew about it, and it ended up selling for £754,000. So that just highlights the power of, one, not only gold, but also the power of, you know, collectibles and the market that we're in. And that I got super excited when I read that.
It's unreal.
Yeah,
It blows my mind when I see articles like that. I'm like, okay, we're doing the right thing.
yeah, doing the right thing on the right
It just
track.
gives us more posture,
Yeah.
you know, and it should give you, if you're listening to this, it should give you more posture. And maybe you're sitting, you know, you've been sitting on your hands for a while and you're not taking action. Well, this is just those subtle, gentle nudges that some people need to understand that this is a great idea. And it's a great idea to add collectibles.
And
to your wealth
we're
portfolio.
revolutionizing it. Like, look at these coins. Like, they are truly remarkable. Like the detail and stuff in them. Like, it is game changing what is happening. And this is a sales ship. This one I actually got for free through loyalty points. So because I buy these amazing precious metal, fine art, rare coins, I can get stuff for free as well through loyalty points. So like, it truly is remarkable, like some of these coins. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. All right, so another membership benefit that we have is access to stack and sell. So as you can see here, they've got 2 coins showing up. So these are actually from the autosaver program. So a member paid $139 for each of these, but the market value is over $1,000. So you got equity over $1,000 in both of them. So you can, the reason they know this is because of this feature called stack and sell. So this one doesn't actually have any words, so you need to pay attention and it'll explain what stack and sell is.
I love stack and sell. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people don't, that they tend to like look at these coins and they go, well, where's the value? Cole, I can't see this being something that's going to help me in the future. I just think that stack and sell gives people peace of mind. It allows them to actually see their wealth portfolio growing. They can see, I guess, the approximate value of their wealth portfolio in real time in an open marketplace. So there's no real kind of lying the system or anything like that. It's totally transparent and authentic. So yeah, it just excites me. Every time I have a coin arrive, I upload it straight into stack and sell.
Yeah, totally agree. I love it as well. I love watching the equity go up, or I love just seeing your stack get bigger and bigger and seeing it all in one place. So I couldn't agree more. All right, so another membership benefit is we get access to 7K Advantage, and this is basically where you get discounts on travel, food, and retail.
All right, cool. So we've looked at problems. So we looked at the solutions and some of the membership benefits. But I guess you're wondering, okay, Cole, it's all good and well. Like you've showed me pretty much everything. Okay, I'm excited now. Okay, show me what I need to do next. Okay, so to get started with 7K, basically we need to get started on either of these two memberships. So you got the standard membership or the premium membership. Standard membership's $199 annually. They're both annual, or the $499, the premium membership. So they both have their advantages. Either or either is perfect. Get in where you fit in. The standard membership is really, we angle that more to the customer that's just wanting to dip their toes in the water, penetrate the marketplace and really get their stack going, and getting educated as well. The education is phenomenal. It's offered in there, something we haven't mentioned, and it's not mentioned in the membership benefits either, but it is super powerful. You get pretty much almost everything. Some things are slightly limited in the standard membership, and that's why we obviously really encourage people to go for the premium membership, the holy grail. Go all in. Sink your teeth into that. That's right. So like Ryan always says, standard is like the economy, and premium is like first class, baby, and we're going first class all the way. All the way.
Right. All right, so we can skip through that one, I think. All
right. So basically we've been through pretty much everything. Okay, we've been through a lot of the membership benefits, and I always say to people, like, I would be involved with 7K regardless of if I was rewarded or if I benefited from being able to share this with other people. But we just share this, because we can, not because of this aspect that we're about to talk about. So there's something that we haven't mentioned yet, and that's, we actually get paid to help people penetrate this marketplace, to help people get started and stack gold and silver, to help people get educated about this space so they can become more of a savvy you know, investor, for better choice of words. So we're going to watch this video, okay, and then we'll just explain a little bit more and break it down for you guys on how you get paid and kind of some of the strategies that we use.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid from sharing? Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199 and our premium annual membership is $499. You can't go wrong with either of them. When you refer your first two memberships, you'll immediately have two teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. So for simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. In order to get paid, you'll need to accumulate 500 rewards points on your right team and 500 rewards points on your left team to earn a $500 commission check. For those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement, and the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, like I said earlier, you can earn up to $500 per week. As a copper, you can earn up to $1,000 per week. As a bronze, $2,000 per week. And as a silver, $3,500 per week. Now our golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Our executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn all the way up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You could almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember you earn 50 or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on the memberships. For each autosaver anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional point value starting at 15 points, depending on what option you choose. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. And with the new Sound Money wallet, we made things even easier with an instant purchase, instant buyback, member-to-member transfer, and a live dashboard showing you what assets you have available to you. And since each purchase of gold or silver eagles in Sound Money wallet are backed by physical gold and silver, we'll even send you your medal if you decide you need it. That's all there is to it.
I think what the exciting thing is, for 50 minutes, we just talked about value. We talked about the economy. We talked about the issues that we're facing as a collective, not just as like individuals. Everyone's facing it, no matter where you are in the world at the moment. And with the value that we get, you're going to want to share it automatically. Like if you're getting a lot of value, a lot of benefit from it, you're going to want to share it. And then if you're dealing with these issues of like inflation in the economy and, you know, everything rising and your wages not rising, how do you plan to survive that? Or how do you plan to overcome that if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again? Something has to change.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I totally agree. And I get asked a lot, Kyle, what do you do? And, you know, it is an interesting question to ask me. And generally my answer is, well, I promote education, because that's really what we're doing. We're trying to really, I guess, unravel a lot of the programming that's happened over the years, and where, you know, parents have taught, or they're just, I guess, doing
education
they've
system.
been.
I'm a teacher, and I'll tell you right now, education system.
Exactly. It's programming us in a way. We're not taught financial literacy. We're not taught to, you know, to save in assets. We're not taught to, not over consume. All of these things we have to learn, and a lot of people have to learn the hard way, and a lot of people never actually do a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just super grateful that I was exposed to this opportunity, because now I get to share this with the world, and now I get to help people. Now I'm rewarded to do it. So there'll be times where I'll be on 3-hour calls with people, just because I love talking about these topics. And I love really when people have those light bulb moments and go, this is what I need to do. This is my ultimate calling. So, it doesn't feel like heavy lifting for me. It feels like, it feels amazing. It feels great.
Yeah. Because you're fulfilling your purpose. You're fulfilling what you're meant to be doing. That's why.
Totally.
Whereas we often get stuck in going to a job that we hate, but because it's comfortable, because it pays the bills, we stick doing it. It's easier to whinge rather than do something about it, make any changes. So completely agree.
So you want,
But I think what is also the exciting part, and I'm going to touch on it in a minute, but I just want people to realize that this is a legacy company and we are working with the best in the industry. So NGC, these coins are verified by the NGC. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll be able to see it on that little logo down there. NGC. So NGC is the top coin grading verification company pretty much in the world. It's the biggest one. All right. So they've put their mark on it, their brand, their business, their name on these coins. We've got the CIT Mint, which is probably the only mint that has some of the technology to be able to design and create these coins. And then we also have none other than the numismatic legend. Also, I like to call him the Michael Jordan of numismatic, and that is Michael Miles Standish, designing and working alongside us as well. And he's considered, in the top 10 most influential people. So his accolades are all down there. If you want to Google him, you'll research him. Not only is he an amazing, humble man, has achieved a lot, but he's just awesome. Real down to earth and real honest, open. We constantly talk to him. I've never been in an industry where you can talk to someone that's, so considered so high up, and he's come and worked alongside us. So there's big
not only that, but actually the corporate team in themselves. So not just Michael Standish, I'm in direct contact with the owners of the company, and we have a direct line to them. So for people that are wanting to build this business, that doesn't happen very often in this industry. I've been doing this industry for over 7 years, and it's never happened before. Direct contact with the owners of the company. This is a private company. Just some background before we do the income disclosure. Some of the background on the company that we haven't actually mentioned, and we probably haven't mentioned on other presentations either. This company actually, initially when they started out, they were injecting external capital into the company for 2 years, and I actually found this out from the owners of the company. Then they were cash flow positive after 2 years, and they've been positive since then. And they've been doubling their revenue year upon year upon year upon year. So if you're looking for a legacy company, you just need to look at what they've created in 6 years. And if you can look into the future and say, okay, where do I want to see myself in 10 years time? Do I want to be with a company that's going to fall or flop in the next 2 to 5 years? Because we know that companies, that real measuring stick for companies that are going to be around long term is a 5-year period. So 7K is well past that, and now they're starting to really build and move into momentum, and are partnering with some of the biggest in the industry, or they'll just 7K is obviously looked at as they're externally, they're looking at the company and they're going, okay, we need to be a part of this company, we need to be a part of this movement. So it's exciting. I'll let Ryan share the income disclosure. He's better than me at doing it. It must be his teaching skills.
Definitely not. I guess so. I pass it on to them and go, if you want to read most of it, it's up to you. Go for that, because I don't want to bore you with it. But no, I think the exciting part here is that 85% of people who do join 7K, they just buy the products each month and they simply just want to be customers. They're not looking at the share plan. They're not looking to build a business. They're just happy being a customer, buying the products. And I think that's why they are having such great success, because they do have such amazing foundation in customers. And then we also have what's called these incredible owners that when you care about people, when you're passionate about helping people, you're going to, have success, and you're going to have that strong foundation. So I think that's what's the most exciting thing here. But yeah, this is an income disclosure statement. You're more than welcome to read through it at your own pace. We're more than welcome to send it to you. But I think that's the main key points that I just wanted to touch on.
Yeah, totally. Well, guys, we come to the end of this presentation. It's been awesome. We are super grateful for your time and for you guys showing up consistently. As we know, showing up is really 85 to 90% of the job's done. Once you show up, the more you show up, the more you learn, the more you get educated, and the more you can pass on the message of wealth. So we're super excited. We look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. If you haven't got started yet, get back to the person that sent you this, or maybe they've tagged you in this video of the replay. And yeah, we're excited. We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everything. And like I said before, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, nothing's going to change. So get back to the people that invited you here. Have a lovely evening. See you guys.